If you think boarding the ship means your vacation has started, think again. What you do in the first few minutes after stepping on board determines the entire cruise experience. Here's what smart cruisers do right away, and what never makes it past security.
Number 1. Clothing irons and steamers. Cruise ships treat fire as their biggest onboard threat, which is why anything that produces intense heat is heavily restricted. Clothing irons, steamers, and even small travel steamers might seem harmless, but in a compact cruise cabin, they can overheat quickly and start a fire before anyone notices. The ship's fire suppression systems are extremely sensitive, and something as simple as a forgotten iron can trigger alarms, force an emergency response, or put the entire deck at risk. That's why cruise lines ban them completely. Instead, they offer laundry rooms with ship-approved ironing equipment. Or you can use their steaming and pressing services if you want wrinkle-free outfits.
Number 2. Surge-protected power strips. Power outlets in cruise cabins are limited, so travelers often bring power strips. But here's what most first-time cruisers don't know. Surge-protected power strips are banned. The issue isn't the strip itself, it's the surge protection technology inside. Cruise ship electrical systems operate differently from land-based power grids. Surge protectors can cause electrical interference, overload circuits, or create sparks. That's why only non-surge power strips and USB hubs are allowed on board. These provide extra plugs without disrupting the ship's electrical system.
Number 3. Hot plates, coffee makers, and electric kettles. Anything with an exposed heating coil is treated as a fire risk at sea. Hot plates, heating pads, toasters, rice cookers, electric kettles, and coffee makers all fall into this category. Even small travel kettles heat quickly, and if left unattended for even a minute, they can warp, melt, or tip over in a moving ship, especially if the seas are rough. Cruise ships prefer to keep all heating equipment within controlled kitchen environments. If you want hot water or morning coffee, don't worry. Every ship offers free hot water stations, specialty coffee bars, and 24/7 dining areas.
Number 4. Candles and incense. Candles might be relaxing at home, but on a ship, they're treated like a wildfire waiting to happen. Even one tiny open flame is considered a major hazard. A candle tipping over, dripping wax, or simply being forgotten lit can turn a quiet cabin into a dangerous situation. Incense isn't allowed either because it produces smoke, can trigger alarms, and leaves strong lingering scents that bother other passengers. For ambiance, ships allow LED flameless candles, the safe, cruise-approved alternative.
Number 5. Alcohol, depending on the cruise line. Many cruise lines allow adults to bring 1 or 2 bottles of wine or champagne, but almost all prohibit bringing liquor, beer, or large quantities of alcohol during boarding. The reason isn't just profit, it's safety and control. Cruise ships need to manage how alcohol is served to avoid overconsumption, risky behavior, or incidents that can endanger other passengers. When scanned at security, undeclared alcohol is usually confiscated, and repeated violations can lead to denial of boarding. If you want a drink, the ship's bars, lounges, and beverage packages have you covered.
Number 6. Fresh fruits, vegetables, and homemade food. Agricultural laws are extremely strict at ports around the world. Bringing fresh fruits, vegetables, or homemade foods on board can introduce pests or contaminants to new environments. Cruise lines work with multiple countries, each with their own agricultural regulations, so it's easier and safer to enforce a universal ban. Most ships allow sealed, prepackaged snacks like chips, crackers, or cookies, but anything perishable or homemade gets confiscated at security. Number 7. weapons, or anything that looks like a weapon. Cruise lines follow international maritime security standards. That means weapons of any kind, knives, pepper spray, stun guns, brass knuckles, martial arts tools, or realistic replicas, aren't allowed on board. Even if the item is for self-defense, it won't pass through the security scanner. Anything that resembles a weapon can create panic or risk on board, so it's immediately confiscated. If a guest is found attempting to conceal a weapon, they may be denied boarding. Number 8. Drones. Drones are becoming more popular for travel footage, but they create safety issues on cruise ships. A drone can fly into restricted areas, interfere with ship navigation equipment, or fall overboard and injure passengers. Some cruise lines allow guests to bring drones only if they are kept with security and used off the ship in designated areas. Others ban them completely due to the risk of misuse. Before packing one, passengers must check their cruise line's specific policy.
Number 9. Extension cords, unapproved types. Extension cords seem like harmless travel accessories, but most are banned because they can overheat quickly and cause fires. Cruise-approved cords have specific safety ratings and protective casings that prevent overheating, even in tightly packed cabins. If a guest brings a non-approved cord, it's usually taken at security and returned at the end of the cruise. Instead, passengers should bring a USB hub or a non-surge power strip.
Number 10. CBD, marijuana, and federally restricted substances. This is one area where many travelers make mistakes. Even if CBD or marijuana is legal in your home state, it's still illegal under federal law, and cruise ships follow those federal regulations regardless of departure port. That means CBD oil, edibles, vape cartridges, medicinal marijuana, or marijuana-derived products are banned. If discovered during boarding, these items are confiscated and the passenger may be denied boarding or face serious penalties. Cruise lines maintain zero-tolerance policies because their ships travel through multiple countries, each with strict drug laws.
Smart cruisers know the rules, avoid the headaches, and board prepared. Now that you know what's banned, you can start your cruise stress-free and avoid those embarrassing security confiscations. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us which items surprised you the most. And remember, smarter cruising means better vacationing